Top 8 cheapest vintage cars. Number 1. Mercedes-Benz 450 SL 1978. This Astro Silver Metallic 1978 Mercedes-Benz 450 SL convertible, showing an odometer reading of just over 49,000 miles, is said by the seller to be original and unmodified. The seller, who is the R117's second owner, purchased the SL in 1984. She declares the car has always been garage-kept, maintained fastidiously, and recently treated to restoration work for which she has over $50,000 in receipts. Described in excellent condition, this 1978 R107 SL wears a fresh coat of the original factory Astro Silver Metallic paint. The Daimler-Benz M117 4.5-litre SOHC V8 is cited original to the car. Factory rated output is 180 horsepower and 220 lb-ft of torque. The original Daimler-Benz 3-speed automatic feeds the rear wheels. No weeps, leaks, or other powertrain maladies are cited. The Astro Silver Metallic paint is said to be in excellent condition. No crash damage, dents, dings, leaks, or other body issues are reported. The red leather upholstery shows well, with no blemishes evident. No seat adjustment concerns are noted. Number 2. Chevrolet Corvair Monza 1966. It is in excellent condition and ready to show, says the seller of this 1966 Chevrolet Corvair Monza convertible. Its air-cooled flat-six engine is said to be original, while the exterior has reportedly had a single respray of its original ermine white color. Since owning the car, the seller notes the suspension has been serviced, while radial tires and a new battery were also added. Additionally, the convertible top and complementing boot are said to be like new. An air-cooled 164 Suzuki OHV Flat 6 is mated to a 4-speed manual transmission. The engine is said to be original to the Corvair. Based upon the single carburetor visible, it appears to be the 110 horsepower engine. Since owning the car, the seller has replaced the ignition points, distributor cap, and spark plugs. There are no reported issues with the powertrain. A respray of the ermine white exterior was performed under a previous ownership. The age of the paintwork is unknown, but is said to be in very good condition. Per the seller, the convertible top and boot are like new. The red vinyl interior also appears in very good condition. Number 3. Triumph TR6 Convertible 1971. This saffron yellow 1971. Triumph TR6 has been with the seller since 1975 and has reportedly been garage parked for the majority of its existence. The seller used the Roadster as his primary driver for 1 year before acquisition of a company car relegated the TR6 to weekend warrior status. This CC Series Triumph is said to have had a complete mechanical going over in 2014, which included rebuilding the carburetors, transmission, brakes, and front suspension. The 2.5-litre OHV inline-6 is declared original to the car. Factory-rated output was 104 horsepower and 142 lb-ft of torque. The carbs have been overhauled and the fuel tank flushed and serviced. New fuel lines are fitted. A new alternator, fan belt, oil pressure switch, and spark plugs are present. A new water pump, thermostat, hoses, and radiator have been installed. A 4-speed manual transmission feeds the rear wheels. The transmission was rebuilt, and a new heavy-duty clutch was installed. Seats, trim, heat, and accessories are free of reported issues. Number 4. BMW M6 1987. This Cinnabar, red. 1987 BMW M6 is described by the seller as meticulously maintained and consistently garaged, and is also said to have never been raced nor subjected to crash damage. The seller, who cites ownership of the car since 1994, is the E24's second owner. An 11-month restoration effort, said to have commenced in October 2021, was declared completed in September 2022. Work cited includes a new interior in the original light grey and new paint in the original factory Cinnabar Red. Additional refurbishments include braking system and suspension components, as well as new motor mounts and other key mechanicals to ensure the car's performance and reliability. The BMW S38 B35 3.5-litre DOHC inline-six is cited original to the car. The factory-rated output was 256 horsepower and 243 lb-ft of torque. A 5-speed manual transmission feeds the rear wheels. No weeps, leaks, or other powertrain maladies are cited. The Cinnabar Red paint is said to be in excellent condition. No crash damage, dents, dings, leaks, or other body issues are apparent. Number 5. 1966 Chevrolet Impala SS Sport Coupe. This 1966 Impala Super Sport Coupe was previously owned by Charlie Thomas, the former owner of the Houston Rockets, the seller states. It was in fact sold at auction as part of the Charlie Thomas estate collection back in 2021. The seller believes the 396 CU.in engine to be original to the car, but the V8's partial VIN and suffix code have not been confirmed via a photo of the stamping pad on its block. This car's body data plate 16837 identifies it as an Impala SS Sport Coupe. The seller believes the vehicle's mileage reading to be accurate. Per the included receipts, the 4-barrel, 325 horsepower, 396 CU.in OHV V8 was rebuilt in 1987. High-energy ignition and open-element air cleaner upgrades were done. The Holley carburetor currently on the engine was bolted on in 2003 and rebuilt in 2016. The fuel pump as was replaced in 2016 as well. A new clutch was installed in 2005. Code 2L on the body data plate denotes the M20 4-speed manual transmission. No previous body damage has been reported, and no rust is present, per the seller. In 2006, the front and rear bumpers were replaced. Number 6. Oldsmobile Delta 88 Royale Convertible 1975. With lower mileage and reportedly local ownership since new, this 1975 Oldsmobile Delta 88 Royale Convertible is said by the seller to be in very good condition. It wears a respray of its original Spectre blue color and reportedly remains powered by its original 350 V8 engine. New, the 350 CU.in OHV V8 was rated at 170 horsepower and 275 lb-ft of torque. According to the seller, the carburetor has been replaced, but the original is included. The engine is paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission. A previous owner had the car completely repainted the original Spectre blue. After the passenger door was later creased, the passenger side was resprayed 2 years ago. At the time of the painting, a small area of rust in the door was also repaired. The car wears custom pinstripes. The door panels, dash pad, and steering wheel also appear to show well. A retro-style radio with modern features has replaced the original. According to the seller, the steering column has been replaced. There are no reported issues with the steering, suspension, or braking systems. Number 7. Ford Panel Van 1947. Utility was the 1947 Ford Panel Van's mission, with a roomy 7.5-foot-long cargo area that was also over 54 inches tall inside. Power came from a 100-horsepower flathead V8. This example, in green and with tan leather seats, is said to be in great overall condition. with recent paintwork and a number of minor upgrades, including a 12-volt conversion. It also retains its original engine, according to the seller, and recent service included new brakes. It's in nice running condition, says the seller. According to the seller, this Ford is still powered by its original 239C UN L-head V8. When new, this engine was rated at 100 horsepower. The engine is paired with a 3-speed manual transmission with no reported shifting issues. Infused with a light pearl, the dark green paint was reportedly sprayed earlier in 2024. The seller says the body was rust-free prior to painting. The paint is said to be in excellent condition, with a small scratch noted on the right rear fender. The grille and other body trim were painted yellow to contrast the body's green color. Power-adjustable saddle leather seats from a vintage Thunderbird were added to the interior. The rest of the cabin appears in stock, utilitarian condition. Number 8. 1974 Porsche 911 Coupe. This 1974 Porsche 911 Coupe has been modified for higher performance and reduced weight, and the result is a stripped-down road and track car resembling the late 1960s 911 ST factory racer and early 1970s Euromarket Carrera models. The seller indicates a non-original 2.7-liter engine with mechanical fuel injection, along with a close-ratio 5-speed transmission. Engine output was not quoted, but the seller says it's very fast. He adds that suspension components from Porsche aftermarket performance supplier Elephant Racing have made it one of the best handling 911s I have owned. The body was modified to look like those early Carreras, and a roll cage was installed. The seller says the 2.7-liter MFI engine cost about $25,000. Photos show the Elephant Racing suspension components. The car appears to have an ST-style racing exhaust. A close-ratio 5-speed manual transmission has a custom shifter. Fiberglass bumpers are like those of the early Euro Carrera models. The front bumper houses an oil cooler. Oil lines can be seen in photos. Porsche buffs will recognize the early classic-style Carrera ducktail rear spoiler. The roll cage is there for function, not style points.